Corporations spend on average about 3.3% of their revenue on information technology, with banks averaging well over 7% and manufacturers as low as 2%. Of this amount, 50 to 70% is spent on information technology, operations, and maintenance. IT operation and maintenance spending are typically considered as must-have spends. But beyond these must-have spends, corporate information security officers and CFOs face critical IT discretionary investment decisions on cybersecurity and cyber risk management. The CFO needs to understand both the value created and protected that cybersecurity and cyber risk management provides. The CFO needs to understand the true ROI of cyber risk management. Any investment made in the corporation should either be deemed as a must-have, such as for maintenance, or continuity of business operations, or compliance, or a corporate strategic objective enabler. Otherwise, they should compete with all other discretionary investments and therefore require an accurate enterprise return on investment. Given 50 to 70% of IT budgets is spent on operating and maintaining IT systems, a good exercise is to challenge that spend to determine if some of that allocation would be better spent on other IT investments, such as cybersecurity and cyber risk management. In any case, once the must-have spends have been identified for funding, all other discretionary investments should compete for resources based on enterprise value. As discussed in part 2 of this video series, we use the return on investment measure called investment productivity as the primary measure for prioritizing discretionary investments. To construct a draft discretionary budget, we will start by ordering the potential discretionary projects from the most productive down to the least productive. Notice how large the spread is in investment productivity from over 160 down to negative values, which is the typical spread you'll find from a broad variety of discretionary spends, but you won't have this insight without pro-enterprise management analytics. This prioritization of 9 discretionary investments includes the security system pre-upgrade patch, which we evaluated in Part 1 and Part 2. The second column in the table accumulates the total investment as projects are added to the budget, and the third column is accumulating the enterprise value created and/or protected as projects are added to the budget. There are always budgetary and staffing constraints, and so the executives must make the trade-off on their willingness to invest in discretionary projects and their requisite staffing support versus the enterprise value created or protected by the investments. This analysis makes these trade-offs explicit, just what the CFO needs and should demand. As an example, a discretionary budget of about $14.8 million creates and protects over $630 million in enterprise value as measured in today's dollars. This would imply pursuing all of the projects with investment productivity of 5 or more. Once a sufficient decision frame is established for a pro item, such as these projects, and the associated numerical assessments are made and checked for quality and validity, it is rare for the investment productivity values to significantly vary. That is, if the investment productivity is challenged and reviewed, a pro item's investment productivity may vary by up to about 20%. However, and importantly, this variation rarely changes the prioritization order. Translating this information into a graph, we see the typical diminishing return on investments shape associated with an investment productivity curve. In the end, the overall budget includes all of the must-have spends plus the chosen discretionary spends. This graph is used to prime the discussion on decisions regarding which additional discretionary investments to fund. That is, this graph represents the starting point of the debate to finalize the discretionary budget. Discretionary investments in cybersecurity and cyber risk management compete for resources with all other corporate discretionary spending. The competition should be based on enterprise value creation and/or protection. Understanding both the enterprise value created and/or protected by the successful implementation of a cyber risk management project is the only means to determine its true return on investment. Pro Enterprise Management Analytics do just that, and therefore all significant spends on cyber risk management should be evaluated with the means provided in this video series. Contact us and apply Pro Enterprise Management Analytics to determine your best value cybersecurity plan and cyber risk management initiatives. For more information, check out our website and pick up a copy of my latest book, Problem, Risk, and Opportunity: Enterprise Management.